Hi gang, and hello guys. For today's video, I'll be showing you how to make an X-base cuff. For example, I use X-bases with like these type of cuffs. So like, if I turn this inside out, you can like see, if I can't really show that, if you can see like the X-base inside, so like this type of X-base. I'll be showing you how to make that. But I'll show you like how to make one row. And then next video I'll show you how to continue on from that one row to make multiple ones, like how I made this one have multiple rows. Alright. So first you gotta pick out your beads. I'm going to be using orange and like yellow for this one. I'm not quite sure how many beads you need, so I usually just grab like a handful and then grab more as I go. I usually use fabric string, and you need one wingspan of this. So like one wingspan is like the double length of your arms, like together. Yeah. Okay, so after you got your one wingspan to string, you're going to grab your first color, your primary color, which my one's going to be orange, and you string 2 beads on your string. And then for your third bead, you put your secondary color, which my one's yellow. And then you go like this. I do it like until like there's like, I think I do it to 37 beads. Yeah, 37. So I just keep on doing this until 37 beads. It just depends how big your wrist is. As long as you keep on this pattern, like this type of pattern, and at the end, because like this one has 2 beads here, at the end you have 1 yellow bead. And then after that, I'll show you what to do next. So sorry gang, I did not mean to say 37 beads, I meant to say 27. I don't know why my brain went like that, but it did. Anyway, so after you have this, you tie it off like you do a normal single. So I usually do grab the string like this. I'll try my best to show you how to do it in frame. And then I just make sure like there's like, you try getting this at the end, so like there's a short end and there's a really long end, because if you have like the short end, like if you have like it in the middle and tying off in the middle instead, then you it's like you won't have enough string to work on your project with. And if you're making like giant cuffs and stuff, it will be really hard for you. So I usually tie it off like 3 to 5 times. It depends on how secure you want it to be. Right now I'm just doing it like 4 times. I think it was 4 times. I'm not sure how many times I did that. And after that, make sure you don't cut off the long piece of string. You cut off the short piece of string. I've cut off the long piece of string accidentally way too many times. Do not be like me. Do not be like me there. Okay, so after that, I'm going to use a plastic needle because it makes it way easier. If you don't have one, I recommend using like a bobby pin, because bobby pins also work the same as plastic needles. And I've tried it before. I had a plastic needle and it worked really well. So if you have one like lying around, that works too, instead of a plastic needle. Anyway, so for now you just go through like, so your string should be like on the other side of this yellow of like your secondary color. So you just go through that and pull it through. So now it's coming from the other side of the yellow bead. And now you grab your 2 primary colors, put that on the string, but instead of putting, and then you put like 1 secondary color in the middle and 1 primary. Then you go through the next bead like this and you pull it tight, and it should make like a point. I'll show you what I mean. So let me pull this. If it does get tangled, you can just untangle it and stuff. So it should look like that. I'll show you how to do it again. So you put 1 primary, 1 secondary, 1 primary, and then you pull it through the next yellow bead, your next secondary bead. I'll show you one more time. One primary, 1 secondary, 1 primary. Go grab your next yellow bead on your single and you pull it through. Do this all over around until you reach your last one, which would be right there. So now that you've reached your last one, you do the same thing. Primary, secondary. Oh, oops, I dropped it. Secondary, primary. And then you pull it through the yellow bead. But instead of just pulling it for the yellow bead, you go up the orange bead and then up to the next yellow bead. And you pull that through. It should end up like this, so your string is coming out of that bead. For the next row, you just do the same thing. Primary, secondary, primary. Then you go through the next yellow bead. Or secondary bead, I meant. You do the same thing again. Primary, secondary, primary. Pull it through the next bead. And as you can see, it's starting to make like an X shape. So do this all around until you reach the end right here again. Okay, I accidentally forgot to show you this step, but it's just like the last one, where you pull it when you go to the last one, you pull it for the yellow one, and then you pull it for the orange one to the next yellow one. And you just remember to keep on pulling it kind of tight, and you can see it's kind of making an X shape. From here, let me try. Yeah, from here, so you grab your two primary colors. Instead of going one primary, one secondary, one primary, you just have two primary beads on your string, and then you go for the next yellow bead like usual. And as you can, if you pull out tighter, you can see it makes an X. I'll show you again. Two primary colors. Go to your next yellow bead, and you pull it through. Oops, I got caught on my bead kit. And, yep. Pull it tight, and you can see it's starting to make an X. If you do this all the way around, and then I'll show you how to tie it off at the end. So at the end, it should look like this. As you can see, as an X in the center of it. And so to tie it off, you pull it tight, and you see where your string is coming out from. It should be your secondary color. There's a little gap in the middle, like right there, of your two primary colors. You put your string through that gap, and you don't pull it all the way. You make sure there's like a little like loop thing like this. Make sure your string, it's like next to your secondary color. I don't really know how to show this. Sorry, this is really hard to show. Okay, so then you just put your string inside the little giant loop you have, and then you just pull really tight. And as you can see, it makes a knot in it. You just do this again, put it through, pull it up, and then put your string through the loop. As you can see here, I accidentally got it caught in the other bead. Don't let that happen, and just like pull it out from that bead. Make sure it's near, like away from that bead, in between the yellow and the orange one. And at the end of tying, you've got yourself your X-base cuff. Have fun making candy, guys! Yeah! Good luck. Wait, why did I say good luck? Anyway, bye!